Am I live? I should be live. Hopefully I'm live. Music's going at least. Looks like I'm live. Alright, that should be good. Now, if you're not on the Discord, I have uploaded a new stuff. So just responding to CEO. If you're in the chat, I'm responding to you on the Discord, CEO, as well. Different in the bootstrap setup part is a thing because it's different from the first one I ever uploaded, and it's the same as the last week's, the Thursday's one, but that's about it. I don't recall who was here and who wasn't on Thursday, so. Anyway, so for those of you guys who aren't on the Discord, we will be playing with the rebalance today. Now, there's actually quite a list of changes that I've got. So, I've got them over here in the Discord. I'll kind of copy it out to you. That is all in the description down below, so you can confirm anything that I'm saying down there. Basically, the settings are mostly what we've been using. I've added 3 new ones. But the shield speed is now the speed of a pikeman instead of the speed of a archer. The horse archers are taking more arrow damage to match the Arabian archers damage limit. The horse archers are also now 100 gold instead of 80. The assassin health has been reduced from 15,000 to 10,000. Pretty sure that was right. Yep. Stone sell price is now 5 instead of 7. Iron sell price is now 26 instead of 23. Blacksmiths are now 100 gold instead of 200. Armourers are 200 gold instead of 100. So we'll just swap those around. Those are the ones that we've been playing with up until now. The idea is to break the horse archer and shield combination power, which has been done. To encourage castle building by making the stone cheaper, so it's less of a cost to build a tower. You know, you're not, if you sell it, you're losing out on less gold value by selling it instead of building. Sorry, by building instead of selling. And you've also got, you could sell iron to make up your the extra gold in the meantime. And we are now pushing getting macemen by making the blacksmith cheaper. So you get the blacksmith while you're making leather armor for your crossbowmen. You can make your leather armor for maces first. Then when you go into crossbowmen, you might switch that blacksmith into swords to get knights or whatever else you want to get. That's the idea behind all those. Oh, and the assassin health change is to completely remove the assassins as being a one-stop shop melee unit, kind of overpowering every other unit in almost every category. Not quite everyone, but almost every category. So we've kind of reduced their health so that they're more of they have a specific use in raiding and surprising rather than being your main army unit. The new settings today, we have swapped the Tunnellors Guild gold cost for stone. So instead of 100 gold, you're spending 5 stone on top of the wood cost. So that you can get to Tunnellors a little bit easier, because all you get out of it is a Tunneller, and the Tunnellors aren't amazing on their own. So there's a huge investment for a unit. The European Swordsmen are now a little bit faster. They're going the same as the Arabian Swordsmen. That's still pretty slow, but it means hopefully that they will actually have some form of use, because they're not going to be at the fight too late. Now, hopefully, we'll see how that goes. And the battering ram is taking a third of the arrow damage. So I think it was taking 3,000 damage from an arrow shot, whereas now it's taking 2,000. Again, it's just to make battering ram a bit more of an option compared to catapults or trebuchets. Battering ram, because you actually have to get extra engineers, so it actually costs more to get a battering ram than it costs to get a catapult. So, and yet the battering ram like if it gets to the walls, it can do as much damage, but getting there is a big ask often much of the time. So we've reduced that, and hopefully they will see more use. We will see how that goes. As I said on the Discord, if you have any opinions on any of these changes, I am happy to hear them, and I will be discussing some of these changes, especially these new 3, throughout the stream today. However, for the most part, if we get to a point where it's not a discussion, it's just a, I think this, you think that, we can't agree, we're not agreeing, or that it's too much time trying to figure out what each other is trying to say, I'll just say, look, just write it down in a text document or a Word document or a document somewhere, write down all your points, explain it as clearly as you can, and send it through to me on Discord in a private message, and I will read it throughout the week and then address it in my next stream. That way, I'm not going to get really angry at all you guys for not hearing what I'm saying. You're not going to get annoyed at me for not hearing what you're saying. Chat and stream is a bit slow for a real-time conversation like this, and I'm thinking about a lot of other things at the same time, so I don't necessarily have all the attention available to really think about these in-depth discussions live. So if we get to an impasse, write it down, send it through to me, I can read it over, internalize it, and then we can address it next time. Now, one other point I wanted to make is that the balances will never ever be agreed on. Not everyone will agree with it. And in fact, some of these changes I can point to people who disagree with the balance changes. There is no way for everyone to agree. It is actually an opinion-based. Optimal balance is actually opinion-based. Even though balance itself is a math-based art, it is still an art. And art is always going to be beauty in the eye of the beholder. So that we just need to get that out of the way right now. Sometimes there will be situations where I think one thing, you think another, and we just have to pick one despite having different opinions. And it's my stream, my rebalance, I'm the one who gets to decide. I will try my best to take any insights on board from the other people, but there will be points where I disagree with other people, and therefore some changes you may not agree with. Hopefully there's very few of them, but it will happen, so just let's get that out there right now. With the new changes, note that I generally try to make excessive changes so that people break their habits, and we also get to see what the problem is of over changing these units. So we can say, oh, okay, obviously the battering ram, if we make them take too little damage, this is what's going to happen is, apparently there's going to get too many rams and destroy all the walls. That's bad. So that's what I want to see. I want to see what the bad thing is of overbalancing it and going the opposite direction, because I already know what's bad now. I want to know what's bad about doing it too far, and then we can bring it back into the middle and find the nice even ground between. Hopefully that's what will happen. Sometimes I don't nerf it far enough. But that should cover everything, and then we'll get into it. Sorry, Laser Red, we won't be going into Age of Empires today. I'm kind of on a bit of a balance mood today at the moment. So yeah, I think the last week or so I've just been talking about balance a lot, so I really want to get onto it. So we're going to be doing that. I guess some of the points, I'll make a point about the balance changes that are controversial at this stage that I have made. One is the assassin health being reduced as far as it has. I have not seen a problem with it being over nerfed yet. Obviously, AIs may be different. The arguments around it is all about the AIs. I'm not sure I fully agree with them yet. However, I think we need someone to try prove me right and prove that the assassin change is not absolutely horrendous for AI, and then we can see that best attempt to prove that it's a perfect change for AI, and we can see how bad it actually is, and we can tweak from there if needed. The other one is the European Swordsman speed. They are now at the same speed as Arabian Swordsmen. In particular, Tunnellors hates this idea. He wants to buff them in their health department. I think if they're too slow, they'll never get to the battle and people will still not use them. It's just a different of opinion on where we're actually balancing there. However, the approach I've taken is the speed approach instead of the health approach. So that's the ones that I know of. There are probably others that people always disagree with anything. The shield speed and the Blacksmith and Armourer speeds are almost universally agreed upon. Those are the ones that are absolutely guaranteed. And the stone sell price being reduced is also one that's incredibly popular. Iron sell price it's not unpopular. Let's put it that way. It's not the best thing because it reduces the profit margins of making it into weapons. However, with the changes to the armor cost, that argument isn't as strong anymore. But we'll see how it goes, and keep an eye out on that one. See if it actually makes too much of a difference, and we can tweak it back later. What else we got? I think I've covered almost everything is how they're done, and we shall get into that. I've just received some message from Tunnellors, so I'll make sure. Alright, I'll just leave that for now. Alright, let us open up a Game Ranger room. Make sure we put rebalance at the front of the description. And then let's put the stream link into it. Alright, we're good there. Yeah, 1 terabyte text file. Probably, yep. I expect that. That is not going to be a surprise. I'm not sure why the chat's not showing up here at the moment. The chat should be showing up on here, but obviously it's not, but that's right. Should be showing up on that little page over to the right hand side of the screen. I will be redesigning this this whole stream over looks at some point when I have time. I don't really like worrying about aesthetics very much, but we shall go with that once I have energy for it. Tunnellors will be here later, so let us just go in with me and Ultra. Is Sia joining it today? I did see Sia on the Discord. Let's just see if he's online on Game Ranger. That way I can actually watch the changes. I should experience them as well. But I like to watch as much as possible because then I can actually see everything, and you can see a lot more when you're not worrying about actually trying to play well. Especially considering I'm already slightly sidetracked with streaming and talking about everything. But we'll see how that goes. Just see if I'll give Sia a couple minutes to, well, a few seconds to respond. If you guys are in the chat and someone's asking what the rebalance and what stuff is like that, feel free to direct them to the description below. or just direct them to the Discord. If I start saying, telling people to check the, send me things in messages, feel free to copy any of the description or anything like that to them, or let me know, or tell them directly what I've been saying in the last however long I've been streaming. 15 minutes. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Sorry if that was boring for you, guys. All right, let us just go with me and Ultraroos then.
Choose your adversary.
Just waiting for Ultraroos. There he goes. Get rid of those raddies. Trident was a good base to use. Alright, so main thing we need to check is as long as the horse archers don't show as 100.
Your popularity is falling.
Oh, you know what? I've probably got the wrong one linked.
الحصان سريع.
Yep, he's out. Alright. Alright, so just quickly. Alright, let me just quickly install it again. Oh, that's right. Now I remember what's going on. Okay, cool. I was right. I was linking to the wrong one. I just thought I was supposed to be linking to the wrong one. Balance. There we go. Let's try that again. He's orange. Oh well, that is what it is. You know, let's just do that so I've got gold to test everything out straight away. So there's 100 in the bottom. Wait till I've got all my gold in before I do it.
Your popularity is falling.
Alright, starting with 2000. Now I got 1900. That's exactly what I want. Tunnellors Guild shows 10 and 5. And actually costs 10 and 5. Perfection. I mean, that if they're there, then the rest are going to be there as well. But, cool. Alright. Alright, just so you guys know, those two things I just said, we are not rally pointing assassins because they get a speed boost on that. And we are not taxing on 0 popularity so that you can't use the overpowered tax strat. Sorry, I need to get rid of something on the other screen. Just make sure he's understanding of it. Alright. Let me make sure my mouse is there. You guys see my ugly mug? Sleeves out of the way. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
No change in the Treasury Lord.
You can count on us.
Your popularity is falling. Not enough workers available to run this building.
That's fine by me. Wrong resources. Oh, crap. We got 2,000 gold. Eeps! Three, 2, 1. Let's go. Granary. Yeah.
No change in the Treasury Lord.
Where are we going? That'll be a little tricky.
Go that way.
Your popularity is falling. Not enough workers available to run this building.
Those guys. Move that. We're gonna put it down here. Like so. Build a marketplace. You know, let's just sell a lot. That'll do. Alright, let us start with some ox tethers. Get the first one of those guys. And let's get another hunter's post. Let's zoom out, have a look at him. He's over there. Done more or less the same thing as me, but invested a lot more into defending. Any raids? No assassins, we're good. At least none yet. Wood's coming in.
Wood needed.
A little bit more wood, guys. Surprised that that side got first. Probably just got man first.
Not enough workers available to run this building.
There we go.
Always ready.
Make them aggressive.
We are under attack.
نحن في خدمتك.
Tell us what to do.
Piece
No
of cake.
problem.
نحن تحت أمرك. نصطاد. نبحث عن هدف.
Where are we going?
سموكم.
Always ready. What'll it be? Tell us what to do.
Alright. Sell.
Not enough goods.
الحصان سريع.
That's right, 100 gold each.
الحصان سريع. إلى نهايات الأرض.
Move over into some wheat at the back here.
More wood is needed.
Which of course it is.
سنقوم بذلك.
Gold needed.
You guys up here.
إلى نهايات الأرض.
Come up here.
You can count on us. That's a long way.
Sell.
Not enough goods.
Let's start with some brewers at the back here. And in.
We are under attack.
Or two.
بأمرك. اركب مثل الريح.
Where are we going?
سموكم.
Always ready.
ننتظر.
Sell.
Not enough goods.
I've got way more than I need, so let's get rid of those guys.
Wood needed.
That'll do. Let's swap out. We got rid of those guys.
Wood needed.
That guy there. Like so.
كما ترغب. لنصرك.
Not enough goods.
الحصان سريع. نحن أبطال.
Right up onto the edge here.
سنقوم بذلك.
Oh, you guys out that way.
خيولنا جاهزة.
Actually, I might get some extra woodcutters now. At the back here. Let's have a look at what his base is doing. He's heavily into bread already. A couple of housing.
Wood needed.
I'm just going to buy a bunch of wood now.
Not enough gold. We await orders.
Alright, start getting
Recruits
some.
needed, sire. Recruits
Come on, give me
needed,
one more.
Sire. Recruits needed, sire. Instructions.
That way.
الحصان سريع. لا من أسرع.
Your popularity is rising.
Excellent, which means I can start taxing a bit more.
Grow steadily, sire.
Alright, let's get ourselves some pole turners.
Wood needed.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Wood
Ah, I
needed.
needed wood, damn it.
Wood needed.
Can't place that there, my lord. We await orders.
That guy. Alright. Get a small gatehouse here.
بالتأكيد.
Move back.
We await orders. Weapons needed, sire. We await orders. That's quite a run.
بأمرك.
Yes?
That's what to do. I'm actually going to start sell all this stuff out,
Enough goods. Not enough goods.
so I can move that to here. Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough
Sell,
goods.
sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
You can count
We
on
await
us.
orders. Weapons needed, sire.
Get some of these guys over this
Wood
way.
stocks are too low, sire.
Buy a whole bunch of wood. I forgot I hadn't got that guy yet.
Can't place
Ah, come
that
on.
there, my lord.
Alright, let us get myself a dairy farm here.
You are
Wheat
the
farm.
second greatest
Can't
lord.
place
Ah,
that
seriously?
there, my lord.
Go away, dog.
Halted, my lord.
Thank you.
We await orders.
You can count on us.
Recruits needed, sire. We are under attack. Archers, ready. Moving off.
Well played getting to those guys so early. Damn it, I've just realized I wasted gold on crap.
سموكم اركب مثل الريح. الفرس تعدو. لا من أسرع. اركب مثل الريح. ننتظر إلى نهايات الأرض.
Goes that way.
Is yours. We await
You
orders.
can count on us.
Weapons.
I can't believe I
needed,
wasted
sire.
so much gold on armorers. Oops. Completely forgot.
Not enough goods. We await
You can
orders.
count on us. What'll it be?
Alright, time to get some leather armorers.
Gold needed.
Not enough goods.
Alright, sell that stuff because I'm not using it at the moment. You guys can make me maces, please.
We await
You
orders.
can count on us.
Needed, sire.
Tell us what to do. We're leaving now.
I clearly need more of those guys there. And even more here. Those guys, let's stop that
Gold is
taxing
flowing into the treasury, sire.
because I've needed an extra in for a long time.
Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers
That's
available
fine, that can
to
be
run
dealt
this
with.
building.
He's finally breaking those guys, fair enough.
You can count on us.
Recruits needed, sire.
He's got shields. Alright, let's just buy some of that. Straight off the bat.
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire. Me lord.
Alright, let us quickly move into an engineer's guild. Over here.
Your grace.
Recruits needed, sire.
How can we help? Constructing siege equipment. Constructing siege equipment. Your grace. Your grace. Constructing siege equipment.
The armory is full, my lord. Not enough goods.
Yes, boss. You can count on us.
Recruits needed, sire.
Fact. Pikes, please.
You can count on us.
Recruits needed, sire.
Back around to look at the right way. Cool, thank you.
You can count on us.
Instructions.
Control 1, Control
We await
2,
orders. Archers, boys, yours.
Control
You
3.
can count on us.
Me lord.
Always ready.
Your popularity is rising.
Yes, boss.
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire.
Alright, let us sell most of that armor.
Aye, sir. Yes,
We await orders. Recruits needed, sire.
And move into crossbows.
You are the second greatest lord.
That's not still. But nobody asked for your opinion.
Instructions. We await
Well,
orders.
tell us what to do.
Alright, start trying to claim this extra resources out this way.
We await orders.
Wood needed.
Dang, wood.
Recruits
await
needed,
orders.
sire. The armory is full, my lord.
Get in there.
Yes, boss.
Weapons needed.
Let us go and actually make some more space. Because I clearly need it.
Can't place that
Damn!
there, my lord. Can't place that
Drunkards,
there.
out of the way.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Thank you.
Not enough goods.
Your grace.
Recruits needed, sire.
You need something built. Wood needed.
Alright, buy that stuff. And get some woodcutters out this way, because that's much more necessary.
Yes?
What? They won't know what hit them.
I don't have the units I need for this, actually.
Off we go. Yes, my lordship. Yes, boss. What
Our
needs
tools
doing?
are ready.
Gold needed. Moving to site.
Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
Sell some of those guys.
Set us a task. Constructing siege equipment.
Can't place
Constructing
that there, my lord.
siege equipment. Constructing
That'll do.
siege equipment. Attain. Shot.
Dang workers.
Gold needed.
Not enough. Our treasury is empty. Not enough workers available to run this building.
Buy some of that. Actually buy... That's fine actually.
Your Grace. You can count on us.
The armory is full, my lord.
As always.
Aye, sir.
Recruits needed, sire. Recruits needed, sire.
How can we help?
Background please. You guys.
Your Grace.
Catapult there.
Constructing siege equipment. Aye, sir. Yes, boss. Gold needed.
Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
Attain. Shot.
Weapons needed,
Recruits
sire. Needed, sire.
Crossbows there as well, please.
Yes, boss.
Weapons
We await
needed, sire.
orders.
Recruits needed, sire.
Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Alright.
Aye, sir. Pikemen, forward. Archers, ready. Catapult ready, my lord.
He's got a lot of maces there.
Attain. Aye, sir.
You
What's
are
the,
second greatest.
We're almost on the same amount of
We await
army.
Yes, boss.
Weapons needed, sire.
That's actually a good point. I should have one of these.
Catapult ready, my lord. Preparing. Your Grace.
Alright, let's get a whole lot of monks.
Recruits needed, sire.
Your Grace.
Recruits needed, sire.
Aye, sir. Attain. Yes,
Recruits
boss.
needed,
Attain. Yes, boss.
Recruits needed, sire.
Alright, come on.
Aye, sir. Attain. Yes, boss.
Weapons needed, sire.
Your Grace.
Recruits needed, sire.
Attain. Jump to it. Where are we going? Stone needed.
That's fine. Alright, that should give us the stone coming in. Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
Nah, that's fine.
Yes, boss. Attain.
Recruits needed, sire.
Sell that
Your
excess,
popularity
that
is
stuff.
rising.
How's he keeping above me with the troop count?
Your Grace.
Actually, I need at least one more house with my thing, but I'm actually going to go even more than that. And get another one of them guys.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods. The people love you, my lord.
Oh! Receiving.
Save that. All right.
Yes. Godspeed.
Yes, boss.
Attain. Shot. Aye, sir.
Weapons needed, sire.
A cathedral.
Your grace. How might we help? Quick! March!
My bow is yours.
Sir! They're dead. Always ready. Preparing carcass.
All right, there.
Is that wise? What'll it be?
We are under attack.
Spearmen out there. Pikemen out there. Well played. That was a good time to hit that. And he got him. I don't think I had the troops to come back from that. I think that was a one fight wins the game.
Yes, boss. Buildings are on fire, sire.
I mean, I'm just gonna call it GG. I mean, look at that those stats. It's pretty clear. I mean, Wheels' gold coat. Oh, he had a lot more food than me. How did he get so much more food than me? I don't understand. Oh, he must have gone for bad things? No, he didn't go for bad things. I mean, he switched into bread a lot earlier than me. I was expecting that KD to be a lot better for me in that defense, but obviously he had a lot more macemen than I anticipated. Ah, crash. It crashed right after the game. At least it's after the game. That's all that matters. See, I didn't have the stream links. That's fine. Alright, let's have a look at my stats while we wait. Maybe the weighted KD was a little bit better for me. Nope! It was still atrocious. Wow, that was crazy. I mean, he was a lot stronger than me. But still. Wait, how does a weighted buildings destroyed be less than the number? That makes no sense. Oh. Alright, apparently my stream is unlisted. Public. There we go. Well, that explains a lot. Oops. I mean, we are in like almost an hour into the into the stream before I find out that I'm not even listed. My stream's not even listed. It's so dumb that defaults that way. My bad. My bad. Are you in the chat, Sia? Just let me know, because there was a lot of talk that I had at the start of the stream. Most of it you probably read in Discord, but yeah, I might have it a bit later. You're in stream, yeah. Basically, it was a brief rundown of the stuff. We are making a rule that there is no rally pointing of assassins and no taxing when on 0 popularity. Those are the 2 artificial rules. Unfortunately, I was not able to get that into the actual stat tool yet, but that should be hopefully in by next week. But yeah, if you've got any particular opinions on any of the balance changes, I'll briefly discuss some of them. Like, if it's just what's my reasoning. If it's more than that, unless we're disagreeing, I'll probably just ask you to send me a letter later, write me a novel, and I'll look it over during the week and have the answer by next week. So that's really all it is, and let's go in. Have you linked the correct setup? Yep, cool.
Choose your adversary.
Get rid of that guy. You guys don't need my ugly mug if I'm not going to play, which I'm not. I was just kind of showing off some of the new maps that I added in here. Alright. Three, 2, 1, go. I prefer this version to the old version.
Closed.
We are under attack.
So.
Lions are attacking, my liege. The Lord has been
You can
killed.
count on us.
Up there, there's... Ah, they didn't die. Never mind. Didn't die the normal way. Alright, let's zoom out. Chuck those guys on. Well, welcome guys to a rebalance game between CO and Ultarus. Now, all the balance changes are in the description below the stream, or if this goes to YouTube, they will be below the video as well. So check that out if you want to know what's changed. A lot of it is going to be nerfing the mercenary units, because all of the mercenary units pretty much are overpowered. So it was buffing the European units a lot as well. The shield speed is the big one. We've also got unofficial rules. Should be in the thing. Rally point and for the assassins. And no taxing on 0 population will be artificial rules, as well as the change balances. The spearmen are running. That is a UCP 2.15 feature. I'm not sure I like that balance feature as the final rebalance. I think I'd rather increase their strength or speed or something like that. Sorry, strength or health or your armor, all that sort of things. That's so I think that might be better than the running spearmen. I think I like the fact that you can make them run by putting them on aggressive, but not normally. So we'll review that later. But it's been super popular for the running feature, so I'll leave it as is for the time being. We have slingers versus some lions on the right hand side there. One down. 2 down. Looks like that entire group's got to be knocked out. And now he's got to run from the lions. And he's going to try and lead them towards his opponent. Fair enough. That's what I would do too. I like how the lines have decided to split up. One each. One per... the deer! Not the deer! The deer are going to be wiped out. Ah, yay, one survives. One deer left. The other lines are still there. All the deer are still there. May as well get some flames before he dies. Unfortunately, the units did enough damage to the lions that they didn't do too much damage to Ultraroos, especially with the spearmen already sitting there. Very heavy into the center. Not sure I like that approach, but if CO's not punishing it, then you may as well. Get some troops out there onto this hill and deny all the stone very easily. Slingers off to the right, sorry, to the left for CO. We've got 2 Fletchers for Ultraroos. A Pole Turner for CO. He's going to go for spears first. Move into... Wait, that is a spear, right? Yes, I'm pretty sure it was. Move into pikes later, I assume. And archers later. First Horse Archer out for CO. Remembering that these do cost 100 gold instead of 80, and they are a little bit weaker to arrow fire. However, it just matches the arrow fire of, well, the arrow damage that Arabian archers take. So it's much more just Arabian archer on a horse now, rather than Arabian archer on a horse that's stronger. And almost the same price. Alright, we've got some Tunnellors here as well. Didn't notice them actually build that. Where is that? Oh, right there. Nice and early. Now, Tunnellors do damage buildings really fast. Which is why he would have used them to break through here. Without actually bothering to put a tunnel down. Because it was probably just easier because you can keep him if you attack that way. Which means that CO has the height advantage here. By the time these archers get up. But only one horse archer. If he can get the patrol going, it could work out well for him. The woodcutter is so damn overpowered. As long as you're able to stay... Oh yes, the fire! The fire! That does damage. That made those slaves. This is attack almost worth it, to be honest. I mean, these a little bit more damage here to justify the extra cost of these guys. Remembering, assuming you're making spears, which he's not, but he got these guys for free. But to replace each of these would be 18 gold. So you'd have to kill 5 of them to justify one horse archer. However, if you're having to purchase it, then they're about 28 gold, which is a value to replace. But he's not planning on replacing them, so it's not too big a deal. Did I just see something get destroyed? I thought I did, but obviously not. Looks like we have our Fletcher going on for CO at the moment. So he's going to be able to start getting his European archers. I like the focus that these guys are putting into melee units now. Traditionally in Crusader... Oh, he's walling up. It's an interesting wall location. You can reach your wall over here. But, you know, to each their own. I would have thought that trying to claim this, keep this grass in your walls would be a good idea, but that's not closed. That's not closed. I'm pretty sure you can get down on the corner there. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he hasn't closed off that corner. He's not finished, of course, but... We've got more horse archers fighting European archers in the center. The patrol doing work. Oh no, how did he get... Is he got saved just because of the, no, not because of the wall. Obviously, he stood just far enough forward to trigger them seeing him. Now, theoretically, they should react to seeing assassins a lot faster now. With the tick rate, the pathing update improved. I'm pretty sure that fixed that. That's not a good fight. That's not a good fight at all. Not that he had a better option, but still. Just not sending them forward would have been better, you know. I think they were just trying to draw fire away from the slaves, but it didn't quite work out for them. Now there's a lot of... Okay, here comes the spears. Wait, is he going to go straight for the Lord? Where's his Lord? Lord is here. Well, there's plenty of archers to do damage, but that's a lot of spearmen. And he's got a lot, managed to get a lot of wood out of here, so going for the center actually worked out for him in this case. Kind of curious where he's going to go with these spearmen. I'm not sure where I'd want to go. If you can get damage done here, then great. But there's a lot of archers and slingers here that can do a bit of damage. These guys can shoot them as they go by, shoot them as they go by. Don't sit there. This just seems like a bad idea sitting. Don't sit doing nothing. Unless you've got some assassins going on somewhere that I'm not seeing. Which is entirely possible. Hey Crowliners, how's it going? Well, I can also test out what I've got. I'm not sure what the point of bringing those guys there and leaving there for so long was. But they should go around. Yep, they're going to go and try to clear this side off. But yeah, I know that you're not a big fan of the sword. Oh, hello. Did not see this one happening. That's quite clever to bring these guys up there, around on the hill. While he's distracted by this. That's probably why he wasn't paying enough attention to these guys. Because he had troops coming off on the side. I believe those have height advantage. I love seeing that. I've been waiting for someone to do that for so long. I was hoping to get a few archers in there with this spearman. But that's a lot of spearmen lost for not much gain there. I mean, look at the KD go up here. 42 kills for 14. That's... We don't discuss so much because the discussions when I'm not streaming, and the only times I can test is at the same times that I stream. But when I'm streaming, I don't really have the presence of mind to really discuss it in depth. So I have to discuss it, outside of when I can test it, and then get time to test it. All right, well he's preventing these guys from getting anything. We've got some spears trying to chase down this horse archer, which looks like it's actually going to work. If they can just get him into melee, like that should work. Especially considering the full health one started fighting first, so the low health one didn't get killed. A large army coming off the left. No one's got any shields yet. And I did notice, we've got a cathedral at the back here for Alterus. It always amuses me that you got a cathedral before you got shields. That's just rebalance, maybe, I guess? Alright, we've got some more Tunnellors coming over the right-hand side. We've only seen 2 of them used. They broke through here earlier. I'm not sure they've justified the investment yet. But they haven't really been tried to be used yet. So, can't complain too much. Wonder what he's trying to do with these. You got spear. These, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he thinks that Tunnellors are better than spearmen, but they're not. According to the stats, at least, they're not. Got a lot of monks coming forward here. I don't think that's a good idea, because... Well, I mean, if these guys break through the walls, then sure. But there's a lot of archers here to deal with them. And archers are where they're weak. I mean, they're not that they're fighting at all, but still. Assassins showing up on the right-hand side. Those Tunnellors are still sitting at the back there, not doing much. He's like, oh, well, if you're going to go over this side, my guys are faster than yours, so I will just send them over the other side. No, he's not. He's going to send them back? Is there something going on at the back here that I'm not seeing? Why are you retreating those? I was thinking, look, you got the advantage. Yeah, well, you got the speed. You brought his slow units over this side, so you bring all your fast units over to this side. Great. That was a great idea. We do have swordsmen coming out, remembering they are a little bit faster. Not a huge amount faster, just a little bit faster. So from memory, it goes from a quarter. Well, actually, it's a 16th, well, a quarter of a unit per frame to 1/3 of a thing per frame of a unit, whatever you want to call it. It's quite a small one at that end. I'm trying to remember if they were 5 or 4. If they're 5 gone to 4, or if they're 4 gone to 3. I can't remember. Are you able to check that for me, Carolotus? If you've got my rebalance, just check what the value for their speed is. If it's 3, if it's now 3 or 4. So 1/5 to a quarter is a lot smaller than even a quarter to a third. But everyone coming over this side. Looks like Old Shrews wants to fight on the left-hand side here. Assassins versus things. This is now the Spearman's fight. Spearmen are the better fighter in that condition. Pretty sure it's 4 now, or it was 4 before. Now, the benefit of swordsmen is not their actual strength. Their benefit is their ability to tank arrow shots. Oh my goodness. This is the sped up version. It takes so long to get anywhere that you kind of want, these guys are being wasted while they wait for these guys to catch up. Uh-oh. He was about to try and get these archers up onto the tower, but Old Shrew saw it happening and he sent his spearmen forward to stop it. Well played, very well played. Clear off that side. Now we're going to climb up the ladders on this side, which means that the spearmen at least won't be able to deal with these archers. No, they at 1-to-1 maybe, but they are so damn expensive that I wouldn't really call that as actually winning. They are actually the only weaker unit in melee for gold value. I mean, to be fair, oh no, they're not floating much gold, so it's not there. This is their main strength right here. This is it. This is where they are. They're able to tank so many shots and get into the battle. All of these archers distracting all of their shots for so long allowed these spearmen to come in the side and destroy that. This right here is the value of the swordsman. The fact that they can tank so many shots. Yeah, Ultrus was clearly not paying attention to this side until much too late. He was too busy looking at this side and microing these guys. Now you got monks coming in. But you got all these spearmen here. Now, the spearmen are actually a better 4 gold value. And you got the monks behind it. Oh, please don't send them in for the fight. Leave them out of the fight. Go for the buildings. Use your knights for the buildings, not the units. That's not the purpose of knights. You're wasting them. Another unit countering archers and stuff. I mean, the reality is that put these archers on a wall. Put a tower here. You can actually put a tower right here. Maybe not up the top there. Actually, no, you can. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the edge of the thing is right here, so you can put towers up here. Put your archers on a tower, and all of a sudden, the swordsmen aren't countering archers. Is you have to build a castle now. It's countering archers without a castle, which is actually probably a good thing. It's an extra incentive to build a castle, which is what everyone's been telling me they want. Ultraroos is actually looking pretty strong with the rebalance. He slaughtered me earlier. We had 1 pitch, it's now 3, so it was 4, now 3. Yep, that's cool. Alright, big troops over this side. But he's really trying to come in on this side. And Asier's trying to get his monks out. Yeah, exactly. So it was, put it this way, it was 1/4 of 1/8 of a tile. So it's 1/32 of a tile per game tick. Or you can say 32 game ticks to cross a tile. And now it is 1/3 of an 1/8 of a tile, which is 24. So 24. So it's gone from 32 ticks across the tile to 24. 5 ballistic are 5, I believe. I think they're actually 5 running. It was really weird. Someone was telling me that it was... Well, I was thinking that it was supposed to be slower than the catapult, but it was faster. So, you think I got what wrong? What is that? What that you think? An additional 1. What has an additional 1? I'm not sure what you're referring to. So... Yes, I understand that. I'm pretty sure they're getting overwritten. So I'm pretty sure they're not actually 3. Blacksmith are 24... What? Alright, so... No, you're right. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. If it's gone from 4 to 3, then it's gone from 1/5 to 1/4. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Alright, well, I completely missed the actual kill there. Yes, I was wrong. I was out. So... Alright, so the answer is... So let me go back to that math again. So the swordsmen were 4. Actually, let me... So everyone knows what I'm actually talking about. Let me actually pull up the actual equation that I'm actually trying to remember in my head and getting wrong. Get rid of that now. Pinned messages, this one here. So, yeah, once they're out of the game room, you should, sure, go for it. Oh, they're out, yes. So yes, you can. So, they were 4, which means that BS is the one we're talking about here. VS is whether they're walking and running. These guys are all 0 for VS. So it's 1 over 1 plus 4. So it was 1/5 of an 1/8 of a tile, which means it was 40 ticks to cross 1 tile. Make sure I'm doing that right. So it was 4, so it was 1/5 of 1/8. 5th times an 8 is 1/40th. So yeah, 40 ticks across the tile before. Let me open up a notepad. So at speed 4, 40 ticks. And at speed 3, it is 1 over 1 plus 3. Terrain, that's if you're going uphill, downhill, so you can ignore that one for a bit. And unknown is for stacking. So you can ignore that as well. So that is going over, so 1 over 4 of an eighth, so that's 132. So that's now 32 ticks per tile. Now if I get my handy dandy calculator out, clear it, I don't even know what I was doing with it. 32 over 40, 80%. So you've sped them up by about 20%. Wait, you've lost 20% of the time to cover a tile. It's actually a lot smaller. Like when you go in the earlier levels, like for the shield man, the shield man was speed level 1, but he was also running, so VS was 1, which means it was 2 over 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Whereas now it is speed, we changed it right down to 3, 4. Right at the top here. Now 4. So it's now speed 4, which is equal to 2 over, so 1, 2 plus 4 is 6, which is equal to 1/3. Which means, I mean, it went down like 3 levels, so it's half the speed. Hey, Maddie, how's it going? I mean, if you go just 1 to 2 though, like without that, so say for a spearman who is speed 1 is equal to 1 over 2 speed, and if you go down to speed 2, it's equal to 1 over 3, which is, so from 2 ticks to 3 ticks, which means you've, it's 50% difference instead of 20%. Anyway, that was just a kind of side tangent because I could. No, oops, where's my game room?
Choose your adversary.
I'm kind of curious to throw them in on one of these new maps, just to see what it's like, because I haven't actually played them. I'm gonna do it. Now let's go. Let's start off with a 1v1 quickly. You guys can't see what I'm talking about. You know, let's go Crown Lotus versus Ultros anyway. Let us use let's use something that's got a bit more. I mean, that one should have had a lot more castle in it. Alright, let us go with the match. CO... Alright. Alright then. 3, 2, 1, go.
The keep is enclosed.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Hope Crow did link the right one, right? Hopefully he did. Hey, Christian Bauer, how's it going? So, for you guys' edification, CO, can you die? He deliberately got out of the way, so my stats work. Alright, yeah, sure, we are playing with a rebalance today. So all the details are in the description below with my... I've got a different UCP setup than Grey Lotus does. And... yeah, so what we've got here is we've got playing with rebalance. The full details of what the rebalance is all down below. In particular, we've nerfed a lot of Arabian units. And buffed a lot of European units, even if indirectly. And we've also made it so that the Horse Archer shield combination is pretty much no longer possible. Now this is Ultraroos's approach with this map. He always does this with the low things, and he thought it was great, and it worked really well against me. But now he's got a player who can actually punish him for it. So we'll see how it actually works out for him. Crowler. I think Crowler had the wrong thing. Alright. Alright, we'll get at least one game with these two. Ultraroos has already beaten me and CO today on rebalance. Alright, let us open that back up.
Choose your adversary.
I don't like yellow. Let's get rid of it. Let's make sure. Alright, let's go into the match. I only say you should be because I know Crow Lotus isn't going to take it personally. Just so you guys know that I'm not actually bagging on Crow Lotus here. I always feel bad. Like I feel like people are actually going to think I'm being a lot more serious than I am when I start bagging on people that I know well. Oh, they swap colours. Swaying on Ultraroos. Did he actually leave the game, or is he just changing something? Sorry, he just ran. He got into the game lobby, but he didn't think it launched properly. It was kind of odd. Alright, so again, all the details for the rebalance is down below the stream, including all the changes we've got. I might just put that on the other screen, and I'll go back and I'll list them all through for you, so you don't have to do any reading while we wait for... Oh wait, no, Ultruce is ready. Never mind that then. Start that up. All the details should be below in the description, so you can check that out. We're going for the match. It is there. Alright. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
The keep is enclosed.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
You can count on us. Pace it where we'll
The
go.
Lord has been killed.
نحن في خدمتك. سنترك حالا. هلم.
Yeah, not all of them died. Ah, well, that's a shame. I don't know why I like doing that, but I do. Alright. Crowdloader's pulling all his troops forward. Ultra's going with a forward Apple Eco again. He did this last time and Crowdloader was laughing at him, but I don't think it was quite failing for him yet. He's done this against me and it's worked out really well for him. So we'll see how it goes. Now, the main thing about the rebalance is you can no longer get the shield and horse archer combination going, and the assassins are no longer your go-to unit for melee. Those were the two things that I really, really needed to fix, because, well, the shield and horse archers was too powerful. Whereas now horse archers are more like a little bit of a raid unit, so if you can get some troops in and you have them over here trying to kill off workers, rather than actually getting in there and doing the actual fighting on the main army. And the assassins are more of, again, a raid unit. You get them in, destroy some buildings, maybe show up somewhere by surprise with a large number of them and get some damage done in strength and numbers. But they're no longer the most cost-efficient unit to fight with in your main army. And this is by design. However, there are some that don't think it's a good thing, but I certainly do. But, you know, I'm not going to tell everyone how to feel about it, so you can form your own decision about that. As I've said down the description below, I am happy to discuss the balance changes. However, there are certain changes that, because you can't get a perfect balance that everyone will agree with, there are certain changes that will never be agreed on. And I found lately I've been spending a lot more time arguing the same point over and over again with the same person. So we are... If there's a point where I feel like that's what's happening again, Crowdloader's about to lose his... or is he going to lose that? His granary. They keep getting distracted by the woodcutters. The woodcutters kill them off. Yeah, because I keep on having to deal with the same issues with the same rebalance by the same person over and over again. If I disagree, I might just say, look, oh, killed, touched them with the spearman. The lord goes back. The problem with sending all your spears forward. I may just say, look, write me out a essay and tell me what you think, but just when I can process it during the week, while I'm streaming and can't really dedicate too much brain power to it. I'd like to see them redo it and see how Ultruce adapts. Hey Belial, how's it going? This is Bootstrap, but it is also a rebalance. I was just telling all the other guys, I've actually changed a lot of the unit balances, so 3, 2, 1, go. If you're interested in what those are,
Closed.
We are under attack.
Lions
they are
attacking, my liege.
detailed down below the stream. Just kind of curious to see how we can change the game up. Bootstrap changed it already, but I'm just kind of curious to see what we can do. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that typically in multiplayer you have one answer to everything. That's horse archers, shields, and assassins, maybe some pikemen. And the idea is that we're trying to make it so that there are many paths to victory rather than just the one path. You can go shields and crossbows and pikes and macemen. You know, so I also came earlier with against macemen. Last game was mostly spearmen. You can go into swords and knights if you want to, and they can do a lot of damage. There are a lot of different options, and that's the intent with the rebalance, and hopefully we're on the right track. As Tunnellors and Tunnellors show off their sick micro skills. I don't understand how they do this again and again. It's so reliably as well. I hate it. I hate it. It's not. People should not be able to do that. It should not be possible. One archer for one archer. And he retreats. We've got, oh, 2 archers for 2 archers. Alright, there we go. 3 archers for 2 archers. And Tunnellors wins the first one, but this guy is going to do a lot. But these lords, I'm not sure who's going to win this. I think Tunnellors is winning this because his lord's still got plenty of health. And he can just chase... Oh no, keep chasing him down! I think he's afraid of killing pits. There's a lot of wood here that could be turned into killing pits. He's hoping that these guys will be enough to finish off the lord. And it may well be. If he keeps them all engaged, just have one guy burn the granary. Their walking speed is that fast. We've also asked them not to use the rally point for assassins. Just use them at the irregular speed. Parapat force it. I've also asked them to not tax when they're on 0 popularity, because we're changing the value of stone. The tax strategy becomes incredibly overpowered, and so we've asked them to reduce that, just to make it a little bit more. It makes the game a bit more interesting. The tax strategy is great. If it can't be balanced, it can't be used, basically. And I don't see any other way to balance it, unfortunately. Tunnellors eco is fairly strong. I only got the 4 quarries and 1 iron. On the other side, we've got the 1 quarry and no iron mines. Ultrus is surviving entirely off wood. Wait, what? Wood? Seriously? Oh, and a little bit of apples. He's trying to take these front apples, which is actually working out well for him. I think that's where most of his gold has come from. But, but it really means that he cannot lose ground. Tunnellors walling in his lord. Where's his Ultrus' lord? There. Like, almost dead. All Tunnellors needs is, at this stage, a couple of assassins, a gatehouse, place it here, drawbridge over the moat, and walk all the way up. Unfortunately, this could be walled in, but you only need 2 or 3 to kill them off, even with their lower health. The assassins getting in amongst the spearmen. Still doing work. I really hope they're about to take out these quarries, because they can't go for the Lord. If they're going to run past the granary before they get anywhere else. So I'm not sure where they're planning on going. I really wish I was able to see it, but I can't see it with the updated 2.15 setup yet. Oh, horse archer down. Crowlow's going for a lot of horse archers. There goes those 2 assassins. I think he thinks he can actually attack the Lord there. The Lord's not weak enough for that to be worth it. Yeah, it's just... that was a mistake. I don't know if Ultra's meant to do that. I mean, he's still getting a lot of food out of this. I'm actually going to quickly jump over to the full stats, so I want to really see the eco stats. Food's actually almost identical. That surprises me. And the stone's almost identical as well. That really surprises me. I guess these guys haven't been running long enough for it to really give Crowlotus too much advantage. But he's had enough pressure that all these farms have just created extra stress for Ultraroos and not really enough extra actual tangible food results. Carlos is starting to transition into his bread economy now, getting some extra houses so that he can get the workers for it. Now it gets to a point just about now, or maybe in the next 5 minutes, that both players will probably end up realizing they've got such a good resource income, and their European units are not, well, they're not all that expensive once you actually make the weapons, of course. They're not too expensive, and so they'll find that you've got a lot of gold sitting around, and I'm curious to see how they figure out what to do with it. I mean, a great way to do it is invest in some more weapons economy, buy extra wood for making extra economy if you've got it, and cathedral so you can get monks, getting lots of engineers for shields and catapults and rams and trebuchets and all this other stuff, and then also you can use your stone to actually make towers and stuff like that as well. Once you've got that income coming in from everywhere and you've got these low-cost troops that you can put out, the towers is great. And we're going to go with the mangonel right at the top. And get some archers in there. This granary is now a waste, and Ultraroos has to shift it back. He is just about to move into wheat production so that he can get his own bread economy. So it shouldn't be the end of the world for him. It's about time for him to move that granary back up here. But it is certainly far from ideal. Losing his entire... Well, I mean, it's the main part of his economy here. Wait, his popularity is at 61? Oh, he's trying to tax. Please tell me he's not going to try tax. No, he's not. Okay, good. But he did say you can't tax at 0 popularity. He does know it. I've specifically told him that. I don't know what he's trying to achieve with this, though. The fact that he put everything to sleep just really confuses me. This guy is raging his rocks all the way into the actual eco. Assassins showing up, destroying any eco they could be getting. It's just these slaves. The slaves is all that he's got to fight with. Crowlotus investing into shields, not needed. Arabian archers, expensive, But it's all you need. He only has slaves. Slingers is probably fine as well. He doesn't really have the gold at the moment, but if he hadn't got the shields, then he would have. I mean, they got to get up and they got to kill this stuff. But, I mean, by the time they do, these slingers are going to be fine. And are going to kill them all off. They can't do anything once that's done. And this is all he has to do anything with. Lotus, you might want to stop them to start throwing rocks. You don't... I mean, you did work, but you want to be throwing rocks rather than melee. Slaves are great for melee. For value. You know, value for money-wise, at any rate. Your slave army that's pretty much dead. These 3 horse archers could deal with the rest of it. And you're cutting your own guys off now with the flames. And army dead. He's now got just these guys. Popularity is at 17. Population is at 6. 5. Clearly, the forward things are very easy to punish. The forward farms. It's the way. Alright, let's go. They wanted to try Solar Divide, so let us let them do that. Well, Crow Lotus did anyway. Alright. I didn't say that. Alright, then let's go with Ultras wants to break, so if anyone else wants to jump in for something, you will be up against Crow Lotus. So if you're interested, jump into the game room. See if you're still there. You want in? You will be up against Crow Lotus with the rebalance, so just a fair warning. Let's make sure he's got everything there. Does the stream actually say... Alright, let us check what I actually put in the description for it saying that. Let's update that art description. Alright, Alright, in the Discord, should be, there's a link in the description, or you can type !Discord, and then I'll just reply to the message where it's thing. So once you get into the Discord, it should be there. So if you're interested, this is the where it is here. Well, that one there. You download that. You unzip it so that it sits here in your install folder. Specifically, it has to be in your install folder. Open it up, and then you just double click mod.exe. And this is the setup that I've got everything going in, for those that are interested. Soon may the whalemen come, and tea and rum. Alright, let's open up the game room again. Alright, which means if you get a massive population, you could tax them until you get down to 0 popularity. Get a little bit of gold, but yeah, not ridiculous. I mean, if you just if you micro it along enough, you could probably do it, but. Two setups. What do you mean? Setups of what? For the balance. So let me remind myself exactly how the software goes. So we'll open this up. So when installing, first it uninstalls it to make sure that there's nothing there. Yeah, it has to go through each setting that it was installed and undo it. Oh, you mean for the UCP? I mean, yeah, you can, if you, I mean, I've got, yeah. If you run that, it should work fine. For the UCP stuff. Yeah, this one here is the only one that is slightly different. You have to make sure you've got UCP installed first, and then you run this one on top of that. Yes, that's exactly it. Because the way Unofficial Crusader patch runs, it actually modifies this file, the backup file, instead of this one. This is the one that had Cryolotus's changes in it, and when you install my one, it goes, let's update this one and rename it to that. And then when you want to install Cryolotus's one, it'll do the exact same thing. It'll delete the one with my stuff and go back to this original vanilla settings backup file. Alright. Alright, let's go.
Choose your adversary.
Alright, because I figure that's... I don't know what his skill level is, so I will go with a slightly easier map called Simulacrum. Yeah, making a copy of the folder so you got one of each so you don't have to keep on swapping over is better. Well, technically, it's not a completely new player. He has been playing on Lotus' stream. For those of you who aren't aware, Lotus does stream on Saturdays, filled in the gap that I'm no longer allowed to able to stream in. So he is doing some bootstrap games. His streams are kind of in German and English, kind of mixed, mostly German. But you can still play, and I'm pretty sure that he is Christian Bauer is from that stream. Alright, let's view first.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Now, I actually think that some of the changes could be different on different people's computers and not crash, but it does cause issues in general. Yeah, I think I have like 10 different installs now. I've got my tournament setup, my updated 2.15 tournament setup, which I still call tournament setup even though it's not the tournament setup, Cryo Lotus's multiplayer setup, a rebalance with AIs in it, rebalance without AIs on it, and now today's updated rebalance. On top of that, I've got a 1.3 version, a version that I use with SHC player when I was playing around with that, a bootstrap AIs one where I was trying to try out some AIs that work in bootstrap mode, stuff like that. I got so many. That's 10 already that I counted. I've also got 1.1 version. But yeah, there's a lot. Can't create copied folders? That sounds odd.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Oh, really? I survived? Oh, you mean of the game does? That's odd. I mean, you could always use DX win, but that does make things awkward. That sounds really weird, to be honest.
People are leaving the castle.
I'm gonna put myself in the other corner because I know that one actually kills me. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I should be dead this one.
No change in the Treasury Lord.
If they're not, there are some killing pits to kill me in.
You can count on us. That'll be a little
Oh, just being
tricky.
cute.
Go get the killing pits before they
Where are we going?
a couple of them survive. Oh well. Anyway. Alright, so Lotus gone with the standard. He's gonna go with the we tried to get the seasoned farms. They're slightly seasoned, but not most efficient you can possibly get, but because it's not the worst you can possibly get either, so that's all good. No seasoning over here for Lord Wim or Christian Bauer, or I don't even remember the name that he had in Discord. I don't understand why people have so many different names, and in every different place is another name. It confuses me. Alright, we got a couple of spearmen over here for Crowd Lotus. He's just going to get up here and break the farms, I think. Did he send some the other way? Yeah, he's got one breaking through the wall over this side, which is pretty standard for him. And he's got the other 4. There should be 4 in there. There's 3 there. And missing Archer as well. So where'd that Archer go? Archer's there. Behind a woodcutter, so not going to actually do anything. And there goes the other one there. Running forward to break this farm. Fortunately, because he was distracted by this guy, he let this guy get a bit closer. And he's going to do his job. And now he's dead though. 3 spearmen lost for 2 farms. Considering they're 3 spearmen, and in this map you're probably not going to use them too much, probably is worth it. Bit close though, I'm not sure. I mean, to be fair, the amount of apples that he loses for that makes up more than just the investment cost of building it. So yes, it was worth it. Very heavy into apples here for Kralos. Missed a farm spot over here. But he is moving into, let's just circle around so we can see this. Moving into the wheat already. Yeah, exactly. Well, most of his archers are still at home. He's not raiding, he's not sitting his archers right here. That's taking it easy. But also raids with spearmen, not with assassins. Getting assassins in and we could never see it. He had to get damage done without, like this whole thing could be gone very quickly if it were. Going straight into the now this, and I'm kind of curious to see how this map goes. And with the rebalance, because you're making a lot of well, this space isn't, there's not a heck of a lot of space here, and you need to fill it with bakeries and weapons production now. This top area is getting filled with housing and inns, barracks, and mercenaries posts, and engineers guild, and maybe even tunnellors guild. They're super easy to defend as long as you know where they are. And actually they're not. I watching how they've gone and how much damage the assassins have done in the games even today, I wouldn't call it super easy. Easier, yes. Super easy, no. And you also got to get your brewers down here. So you've got to use up your space very quickly. Which means that people are going to be worrying more about space than anything. So players like NP in particular, who just place things willy-nilly, is just trying to get them down as fast as possible rather than as neat as possible, are going to really struggle on this map with the rebalance, because if it's not efficient, you can't fit as much economy, and that can be very, very painful. Having less economy means you have less troops, less... I mean, gold's not going to be too much of an issue, I find, with the rebalance. I mean, people haven't really learned how to use the gold yet, but using European units have made it so that people tend to stack a lot more gold because their troops don't cost quite as much, and they're struggling more with lack of workers than with lack of gold. Which means that all my videos I've been doing lately about comparing all the different units and comparing them based on their gold value starts to go out of the window a little bit. Again, I would not agree with that, but hey, that's fine. He got a slave all the way in. He managed to let me single rank around. He killed him. He lost him at the last second. I'm impressed he got a slave that close. I mean, he didn't go for any of these guys. To be fair, he probably wouldn't be able to get there. But he sent him all the way up to the... Now, Tunnellors actually likes to skip the archers and go straight into crossbows. And I'll check the math in a bit about how many actual times it takes, how many shots it takes, but it's still several shots. I think it's still 4 or 5 arrow shots, which is still significant, and generally don't have archers. Oh look, the rebalance. I mean, my points all stand for what I've done in the 101 series. They all stand, but the only things that read different is the melee units that I compared the different melee units to see the gold value. So many other people have already done videos on what the strongest unit is per unit, and everyone already knows that answer. I mean, you kind of know. Swordsmen are going to be the strongest unit per worker. You know, Macemen, and Pike are about even. This is all just... You kind of internalize this just from playing the game. Taking into account the gold value, you don't really think about. So that's the main reason I was covering that in the on YouTube, because it's what nobody was thinking about and what no one else was covering at the time. We have maces coming out as well. And on this thing, you just take whatever resources you can get. Meanwhile, on this way, is that archers over here? He's got European archers out here. He tried to build pit rings in the center before he had map control. Didn't have these guys. He's obviously either not noticed or forgotten that these are expensive now. Armourers are 200 gold instead of 100 gold. He's going for a lot of bows. I think he's got a couple making crossbows, but mostly bows. And very quickly the bows... Yeah, that guy's making a crossbow. These guys are making bows. Which is actually pretty good balance. Tunnellors is going mostly for maces and crossbows. Now, it doesn't really matter too much which one you're using against those, if you're going archers or crossbows yourself. However, you have to have twice the total numbers of archers to match the crossbows, so having the workers available for it becomes a problem. As mentioned, He's. I don't think he even knows that these guys are doing this to him. Oh, this lag, man. Yeah, the setup must be the setup.
Saving.
The amount of weapons that Crowdload is supposed to be making already. The easiest one is how much does a horse archer cost? Yeah, I read that, Crowdloaders. I'm asking about the horse archer just to confirm. Invisible slingers? You're funny. I mean, I'm surprised that it worked as well as it did, despite the rebalance not being running. I mean, getting a horse archer generally crashes the game at that different cost. But obviously you can make the armorers with a different cost. I got to save earlier before he played with that, so... I mean, 100. Wait, only 67 units. I thought Kralos would have had a lot more weapons made, but I don't think it's had enough time to really go off. If you wanted to jump in, Matt, here we can chuck you up against Bauer. Probably might be a good. I'm not sure exactly what your skill level is, but it might be a closer balance than Crowlotus' versus Bauer, at least. So I'm going to make the assumption that you're not as good as Crowlotus, considering Crowlotus is one of the top players. I'm actually going to go grab a drink while they sort out the rebalance install. And I'll be back, but if you're keen, jump into the game room. Password is Twitch. I should change it now that I'm not actually streaming on Twitch. But for now, it's still Twitch. Maybe I should change it to YouTube. Anyway, be back in a sec. Alright. Now, I assume when you say invisible slingers, I mean, I'm going to assume you mean like the assassins. So they're invisible until they're in a certain range of your opponent, rather than invisible all the time. Because if they're invisible all the time, then obviously not going to ever work. But just because it's an interesting thought experiment, slingers with the same ability as assassins of being invisible. Actually, let me open up my stats. I've got Crunchy here, so it's gonna be a bit noisy in a moment here, but I'm sure you can deal with it. And if you can't, well, tough luck. I mean, because you're going to be able to get in a lot closer to an archer before they get noticed. So we're comparing. Let's compare these guys to an archer. Actually, once they actually get into thing, I mean, they're still taking more damage right the way through, and they have less health. So I mean, it probably could work. They actually probably could work out. I'm not going to do it. I don't think it's necessary to do it, but you could do it. It could work. It could actually work here. The point with the assassins earlier that Ultros was saying that you know, the second they're spotted, they're dead. I would disagree with that based on these stats here. I mean, it's what, seven arrow shots to kill them now. It was 10, now it's 7. That's not actually as significant a decrease as yet, kind of thing. Slinger shots, it was 30, now it's 20. Still, that's still a lot of shots to take. I mean, they dropped to crossbows, but still 2 shots on a crossbow. I mean, crossbows are still really, really slow firing. Like, I would seriously, I would suggest you revisit your assumptions on the assassin raids, Ultros, because the stats just don't back it up. They can't pass around units because yes, they can. They can still go around. You can go around easier. You've got better micro now because you're not using the rally point. You don't have to worry about losing the rally point. You can just change direction at any moment. You can give them. What are you trying to say, Crowlotus? That I should make an assassin the same as a swordsman. I mean, they got like the amount of shots they take is ridiculous. Not sure what those ones. Alright, you guys ready? Alright, let's you guys don't need to see my ugly mug if I'm not chatting.
Choose your adversary.
Chatting away. It might just load the save I made instead of restarting.
Loading.
That way we don't have to wait for them to build up for ages again. Alright, zoom out. And Crowlotus is going very much. What's the address thing? What do you mean? What address thing? Oh yes, that's the rebalance tool. That should be linked on the general channel of my Discord. So you need to install my setup for UCP, and then you need to download the rebalance tool, which I think is what you're referring to when you say the address thing. And then you unzip that into the same folder as your game install, as a folder inside it. So there's, you know, and then go into that folder and double click on mod.exe, and that will install the rebalance stuff. Parallel is starting to run out of space already in his base. I mean, he does have a pretty strong economy already, but Cathedral's the other thing you need behind your walls. That's going to use up space. Not a single mercenaries post on this side. In fact, I don't think. Oh wait, no, you did get one. He's struggling with the workers at the moment. I'm just going to kind of watch Crow Lotus one for the most part because there's not much happening, and you know, let's discuss kind of the results of the changes. He is playing a lot more casual rather than playing as aggressive as he usually would. So, but still, I mean, you've got the castle being built, you've got a tower. You got a lot of weapons buildings being built, and not a single Arabian unit in sight. Shield's going out, Mason's going out. I mean, these Mason are probably going to end the game anyway. He hasn't had a single unit ready to respond to this, and he's not walled in yet. And you got shields and crossbows on the outside. And more shields come out the front with more crossbows. I think he's got these guys on aggressive. Yeah, they're chasing down workers. They're on aggressive. It doesn't have a huge effect. I was talking to earlier that it's gone from 50 game ticks to cross one tile. 40 game ticks to cross one tile to 32 game ticks to cross a tile. Is that way? No. Because it's gone from 4 to 3. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that way. I mean, look, the difference between pikes and swords is that pikes do next to no damage, while swords do a lot of damage. So when they get into melee, the benefit of the pikemen is to draw out the fight as long as possible. While the swords, their job is to end the fight as fast as possible. I mean, what's the trying to remember what the difference in health is between those two. Mason running right behind. There's just no units here. He's trying to get into knights. Knights are expensive. You don't want to be going for knights now. Swordsman, look. You need something, and if that's what he's got weapons for, yo, great. Yeah, that is exactly why I increased their speed rather than their health. Yeah, after this game, I'll go and check their stats and compare those two units, and we'll kind of address what the actual situation, what the thing is there. Let me circle this around so we can see everything that's happening here. This should be game now. Nope, swordsmen are coming back. All the maces have been dealt with. But unfortunately, his archers are also dead. So, I mean, once these guys come in, they're going to go and hit, I bet you, $100. Crossbows and shields on top of this tower. Nah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. The Lord's going to come out and the Lord's going to prevent them from coming forward. Not sure why you'd send the Lord forward and leave your swordsman behind. The full instructions should be in the description below. Sorry, my words were not working. They just didn't like me. They hated me. So I had to find another way to. I'd say it really slowly so that I didn't muck up the words again. And I realized that as I was in the middle of saying it really slow, that probably sounded like I was being a real jerk. Awesome. Alright, we'll get you in next one and get up against Lord Win. I mean, at this stage you know you've lost. Your only chance is to grab these assassins out and see if you can get Crowlotus' Lord. But, where is his Lord? Actually, where is his Lord? Right here. I mean, you could get up and get onto him straight away. But chances are you're going to be distracted by all these workers. Long enough for him to pull away. Where are these other buildings down there? Bakeries. No. Well, he tried to get his shields and crossbows into this tower here. Wait, there goes the Lord down there. If you want to check, Matty, while we wait for this to finish up, just jump into the game. Load up a deathmatch so you get some start gold, and just check to make sure your horse archers are actually going to cost you 100 gold. Yeah, I mean that would work. He just doesn't. He doesn't have anything for it now. He doesn't even have the workers to do that. The Lord is trying to just distract. This is where Kratos is like, you know what? Fine, I'll get Macemen. Send these Macemen at him. I do love how he didn't even get a mercenaries post. See with the rebalance, telling someone that they're not allowed to use European units is actually a big deal. That's right. The walls are gone because we loaded a save game. Come on, just finish it off. Put the poor guy out of his misery. Wait, he's got mugs coming up into his base to take out buildings and stuff. Assassins. Unfortunately, they ran into the maces and stuff, so now they're gonna die. Here we go. Now it's gonna be game. Alright. I'm going to close out. If you want to jump into the game room, Matty, it is there. I'm going to quickly check these. What was I going to talk about? Oh, pikes versus swords now. And he's got twice the health, but he's taking a lot more damage still. More than twice the damage. Well, except for crossbows. But against archers and stones, the swordsmen will survive longer against that, and they are doing 5 times the amount of damage. So ultimately, like if you put, well, that's 1-to-1. That's the other thing though, but the making weapons 70 versus 100, that's actually not too bad. Yeah, 70 gold versus 100. I would say that the swordsmen are probably still. They're slow, which is why pikemen might still seem that they are, but they're able to finish the fight once they get into it. We definitely could do that, Kralos, if Ultraroos is in for a game. I don't think I have Maddie on my friends list, so I can't invite him. Well, we'll see who comes in. If we get Ultraroos into the room, we can do that. But yeah, the comparison with the pikemen, I never really thought to do. But it is definitely something that's worth considering. That, I mean, what's this? It's going to be so 25,000 over 150. Oops, damn it. $166 versus 50. So it's almost triple the amount of shots to kill from an arrow from an archer to kill a swordsman. Definitely worth the investment there, because you're remembering it's only 70% the cost, but you take triple the damage. Let's go with the other one is this 166 versus 100 stones. The only difference is these crossbows. These crossbows shred pikemen, but relatively speaking, they shred swordsmen as well. Yeah, that's the plan, Crowlotus. If he's there, yes, we are. Okay, cool. Are you wanting to watch on in game or on stream, Crowlotus? Alrighty then. Let's go with Trident because it's a safe.
Choose your adversary.
It's a nice, safe, easy map. If Maddie can get in here. Hopefully we don't have a waiting for host issue. But yeah, I think anyway, from tanking ranged unit shots, swordsmen are still better. From doing melee damage, swords are still better than pikes. All around, I would say that swordsmen are better than pikes, except for the speed. The speed is the only place where they fall behind, more so than their kind of gold takes out, even after the update to their speed. But, hey. Alright, we have our Matty in the room. Matty is in the house. Anything else? Oh. You don't see this map? Does he see it? Hopefully he sees it now. Okay then, we'll have to go with a different map then. You know what? Let's go with this one because it's fairly easy as well, fairly forgiving, especially at the probably at the skill level I think these guys will probably be at. I'm gonna be completely wrong though. Alright, they should be good here. Give them a chance to say nope. Alright, 3. Wait, no. I'm not playing. Wait, what? Where'd Matty go? Yeah, I mean that is a point. However, in a battle, they want to fight. So that's, you know, defending your swords or defending your shields or siege units or you know, running into their base where they're concentrated, having to defend their economy. That works. All right. Accidental close. I played my own balance earlier. No one was on the stream, thankfully, but I did play it. Don't worry, I'm not only watching the rebalance.
Choose your adversary.
And thankfully, nobody else had to see how poorly I did. Ultra's just got like a ton of macemen and just overran my entire army. We had one fight, and I'm like, yeah, I've got nothing left. I killed like 10 units and lost like 100. I'm like, I think I might have to call GG on this one because he's still coming. We need to tear about, make sure. Wait, he's not even loading the game. Yes, he is. Now he isn't. Okay, cool. Should be here in a moment. Maces, well, I think both maces and pikes have different benefits, and I think these are actually good for the balance between those two. What's Era 47? I've never heard that. I'll close down. We can start again. Because the semi-chrome again. Alright. Pikes are good because they're the same speed as the shields. They're really good at defending, but because they have so much health, they're really scary once they start just marching towards you. They can push you off somewhere really easily.
Choose your adversary.
Put that there. Whereas the macemen, they can the macemen are fast enough they can just run out and get your shields, but they're not quite so tanky. So it's it's easier to kind of preventing them from actually arriving. If I see macemen coming at like a ton of macemen coming at me, if I've got, I mean, unless it's a ridiculous amount like you had, I'll just go, okay, I've got crossbowmen in here, no problem. I can shoot most of those guys down. Well, I may not be able to, but I potentially could say that. Whereas if I'm seeing pikemen coming at me, I'm like, well, crap. There's no way I'm going to be able to kill them entirely before they arrive. They're going to arrive here, and there'll still be some left, and I'll have to back off. So I'm going to, as in that sense, there's a little bit more scary on the pikes, and that's what it actually worked out when I did use them in that purpose. However, the point of the pikes aren't necessarily to do that. They're to sit behind your shields. Alright, we need to come back out again? Okay. Odd that he was in the game earlier and now he's not. That's really odd. No, because now the pikemen go in front of the shields, just in front to stop for example, maceman attacking, right? Which means that your crossbowmen behind the shields can pump a lot more shots into the attack of the melee units, because they're gonna stay there for so long while the pikemen keep the battle going for ages with their massive health. Because melee units cannot fight behind shields. That's the difference here. No, when they get close enough, the ranged units are automatically targeting melee units. When they get close, that's what I've noticed. I could be wrong on that, but from what I've seen, that's what's happening. Three, 2, 1, go. I mean, Maddie's watched the maps plenty of times, so I assume he knows it. But
attacking, my liege.
Okay, we're viewing it.
Your popularity is falling.
But the point with the pikemen is not they don't need to stack. That's the difference though. They got so much health that you're only doing damage to one of them at a time. So stacking isn't going to do it. Stacking improves the damage output, not the damage. Doesn't affect the damage received. And the pikesman's strength is that they can receive a lot of damage. And so the stacking means that they're there, but they're just extending the battle with their health, not with their damage output. Whereas macemen are reliant on their damage output, which is why stacking makes it very good for them. What? just as we get in, he needs to take a break. I mean, you can, but I want to see how it works because I don't think it's going to be as simple as you think, but it may well be. We have to actually see it in action to prove it. We haven't really had that situation and show up to actually be certain of it. The one time that I used pikes, they actually were really, really powerful, but it's only happened once on the rebalance. So. Well, since we changed the building cost. Let's go.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Your popularity is falling. The Lord has
You
been
can count
killed.
on us.
All die on the pikes. Oh, not all of them died. That's disappointing. Oh well. They died anyway. Alright. Oh, I agree that, I mean, that any units with more speed are easier to use. That's really the best description for it. They're faster, they're easy to use because, you know, it's harder for an opponent to just dodge it and stay out of range. And that's definitely what maces are. But I think I don't think they are better in all cases. I don't think they are better. I don't think they are better defenders. I think they are much better attackers. But they are worse defenders. And as long as you're going aggressive, attacking is what you need. If you're not aggressive, then you might need to wait, go woodcutters. Am I missing something? I don't know. Anyway, if you're not going aggressive, you're defending. You want to have troops out there just stopping the attack because you've got troops sitting behind it on a good defensible position, either in towers or on, you know, a hill somewhere, and you want them to stay at the low ground as much as possible. And I think that's the key. I kind of think that the spam clicking to get them through enemy, I'm not sure I like it, but at the same time, we're never going to change it. So it is just how Crusader works. Yeah. Just keep. I think it's definitely the easier. At some point, we might find somebody else who's got the patience and skill to be able to use them and find their niche. Yes, I like that we're having this discussion. I like that, you know, the balance is so thing that you can have a discussion. Go, oh, is this unit better or is that unit better? I'm not, you know, it's whereas before we never had that discussion. Straight into a bread economy over here. Versus apples and a lot of things. Oh, he's already moving, switching over into a... yeah, I think he saw this and goes, oh crap, I need to catch up on the food. I don't think I think he was fine because it was grabbing extra resources. But, hey. But then again, the opposite of skill and patience is amazement. Yeah. Let's bash him. That's your play style is exactly the attitude of a maceman. So it makes sense that you got to just keep using maces for a while. just relying on just a heavy hit. This is a lot of slaves coming forward from Lord Bow or Lord Win or whatever name we're going to go with today. I can't even remember the name he's got in Game Range. A king of something. Okay, spearmen versus slaves, not great, but the slingers will definitely do their job. But, will they distract them long enough for these guys to get in? Oh, please at least get a little bit of flames. No, 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 no. Oh, he's going to get stopped by the woodcutters and the workers. That's unfortunate. The spam click would have allowed him to get in there. And burn everything. Just need invisible maces. Yeah, nah. How about a no? I mean, I could reskin the macemen to be... to look like that. So reskin the assassins to look like maces. I actually can do that. I know how to do that. Okay, this is a really unfortunate placement of that ox tether. He has to walk all the way down here, around through here, and all the way around. And I think he picks up from this corner. Oh no, I mean you can switch the GM ones. You can do that, but that's the more awkward way to do it. That's not the way you have to do it. I don't think he realizes you can't get a wall along there. I would probably prefer this gatehouse to be on this corner here. But, you know, to each their own. Possibly. I'll play around with it. I'll show you what I've got later. So it's actually really fun to play with. Yeah, just change without changing the files. You change one number, and it can make any unit look like any other unit. Just by changing a number in the XE with Cheat Engine. Pardon me. What did I do? Oh, I scrolled, so that's why I went to a different guy. I was trying to figure, why did it just change my location all of a sudden? I scrolled my mouse. I don't know. I mean, they'll probably break when you try to tell them to climb a wall. I don't think Macemen have an animation for that. But aside from that, I don't think they'll probably break that much. Yeah. Let's bash him. I mean, we've got 4 weapons workshop on one side and 0 on the other. Relying on slaves and slingers. And no walls at all. This is really funny because Overlord Matty's the one who's always saying, we have to have more castles. I don't like that no one ever builds a castle. You know, and he's the person not building a castle. Fair enough. I mean, why wouldn't you do a celebration spin with a stack of wood? Isn't that what stacks of wood is for? That's what I'd do. Alright, he's finally going to start with his castle. He realised that his mercenaries post was actually blocking his walls. So he had to destroy it and shift it. And he's starting with 2 weapons workshops in the form of 2 leather armorers. That's it. I mean, I'm not sure where he's planning on building his the rest of his weapons workshops. He could put them along here, but where he's going to put his whatchamacallit, armory. You can't put it back there. You can't put it in here. So you probably end up putting it maybe here, and then build your other buildings out this way to be close to that. But it's actually better to have your thing on the other side of any weapons buildings. You want your weapons buildings to be as close to the stockpile as possible, and then you put your armory on the other side of it. I mean, you want the armory as close to the stockpile as you can after you've built all your weapons buildings, basically. I had this song already. May the Wellerman come. I forget the words, so I'm just going to hum it. Take our leave and go. Right, well, boy. Soon may the Wellman come. Alright, well, we've got some. Okay, the inns on this side. Probably better up here, but not too big a deal. But still, no units. On the other side, not really any units. But I think we're going to be getting units on this side a lot earlier.
Once more, our boats were lost. There were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
He's going for knights. Sorry, I just enjoyed the song, so. Alright. I'm impressed that he's gone for all this extra resource. He's really claiming the map. I mean, these slayers are going to do a lot of damage to it. Well, not really that much damage. He's going to lose all of them to them in one building. But I'm impressed with Lord Wind's actually attempting to take as much resources as he can reach, while Matty is not even taking his iron. He isn't taking any iron. Oh, he's taking this one iron, ignoring these guys. I mean, to be fair, these far away iron, they're probably not going to be worth it. But getting that extra stone is always a good one. Maybe claim some extra stone over here for Lord Win. Just put some archers up here so that he can kill these guys coming in. He's got like no troops. Alright, he's got a knight. He's got a couple knights. And he's gonna go for monks. Here goes the cathedral. Alright, so what are these guys gonna do? Oh, we got knight versus knight. I see you. Like, I know what you're doing. Come fight me. You ignorant peasant. I have no idea what I just quoted, but I quoted something. I'm pretty sure I quoted something. Or I could be completely wrong. Anyone know what that is that actually from something, or am I misremembering a whole lot of crap? Come fight me, you ignorant peasant. I feel like it's a Monty Python thing. Oh, I would have made these guys try to get one of these oxen. Probably going to be a lot more damage than they're going to be doing otherwise, killing a couple of oxen. See, look at this guy. There's two of them. They're just sitting there taking the arrows. Man, those spearmen doing damage to those knights. And they barely even got hurt. I mean, I think that's how it should be. Don't get me wrong. But, I'm still surprised. Because they actually don't have... Spearmen have such a low damage output. They got the same damage output as a pikeman, put it that way. 20 damage per tick. Per game tick. Like, the only units with less damage output than that are like ranged units, like archers. Archers will do like 10. No, they're not. No, you're looking at the points. They're 230 versus 109 gold. Unless they just spent a whole lot, I didn't notice. And with all these horse archers coming out, that's quite likely that he spent it all. I'm surprised they're going really heavy into the horse archers. Considering how expensive horse archers are. It's like, okay, it's first make a lot of shields. At least then you can defend your archers. Not, I mean, there's enough of them that they're probably going to do damage anyway. And probably going to survive, but... Yeah, get a third of the horse archers and get a hold of shields and catapults and even assassins. I mean, with these guys, I mean, at least here we've got the range is probably pretty similar, close enough that they should be doing equal damage. And the horse archers are no, don't fight from the low ground. I mean, they're going to get killed off by these guys at least, but... That hurts for Maddie. Takes a lot of damage. Considering how much that cost him. But we do have knights over in the... sorry. Damn, hiccups. Knights in the economy on the other side. But again, they're not doing... I mean, they destroyed a quarry. But knights are expensive for how little damage they're doing. Yeah, exactly. That was using horse archers right where they're not supposed to be, and their weakest element. You bought hops? Oh, you bought hops, but you didn't build... Wait, no, you did have some of that stuff. Sure you had it. Hey, Earth and Chips, how's it going? We are playing with a rebalance today. The full description should be in the description below the stream. So if you want to catch up on that, and then let me know if you still want to play and get all that sorted, and we can definitely get you in. Most of this, I'm just chatting and letting these guys play. They're still figuring things out. He got down to possibly. Hey, movie, how's it going? I mean, these knights are just not doing all that much damage, but they're just being a nuisance, which is always a benefit. It keeps on distracting Lord Win. who ultimately, he's got the better... I mean, with the rebalance, this is really not the unit combination you really want. But it's working for him, so, you know, well, to each their own. I mean, Matty just doesn't have any troops. This is just going to slaughter... Wait, now bring your horse archers forward. Don't leave them back there. I mean, to be fair, the knights will probably slaughter them anyway, on their own. And if he can just lock this for a little bit, it's going to do a ton of damage. Wait, what? Why are we leaving these down here? Send them up the hill. Alright, now send your... Alright, we've got some knights coming out in defense. Try and get some slaves into the fight. Alright, bring those to the top. Okay, I think we've got more knights for Lord Win instead of Matty. I'm not sure what V means, Movia. Alright, well that went well and truly into Lord Win's favour. Have no choice to click on it? What do you mean? Oh, what version? Yeah, this is 1.41 with the unofficial Crusader patch and a custom mod on top of that. Sorry, I wasn't understanding what V was, what you were trying to ask with the letter V. I wasn't intentionally ignoring you. I just didn't understand. Alright, get those guys in to kill off these guys. You do not want to be... I mean, they're doing a ton of damage. And Matty has no food, and his popularity is going to take a hit. But the monks are going to be a problem. He's using what... I mean, he does have 1,000 gold in the bank. So you really... Oh, come on, get the armories. Go for the armories. Destroy the armory. If he's got no weapons, he can't make more troops. Because he doesn't have... Oh, wait, no, he does have that. But he doesn't really have anything that he wants. I mean, of course, you don't have any troops left to push your attack. But still. You can't... There's no more knights going to come out at you. The monks are doing work, though. The horse archer should go down now. Hey, Nikhil, how's it going? I mean, after all of that, Lord Win still has 3,000 gold, and by far the troop advantage. There's no way that this is being pushed anytime soon by Matty. By Matty, 1,000 gold in the bank, no way to use it. But let's, you know, he was like, you know what, you keep away my knights? They did pretty well. I'm just going to replace the knights and send them straight back out. Yeah, the knights are now the cost of a swordsman. Yeah, she woke up. Nice! That's a win. Waking up is always a win. Don't you hate it when you don't wake up? It really sucks. Sorry, the way you worded it. Love it. Wait, why is... I think he's trying to get in all the economy that he can get reach. I'd just like to see these guys come in and just go straight for the cathedral. Yeah. Well, Matty's problem was that he didn't have any weapons or workers to turn into troops, so he couldn't use his gold. And he's still struggling with that. But, Lord Win, I mean, he's actually using his gold pretty well. He just needs to actually stop leaving his troops just sitting around. I mean, this guy's going to do work. But these guys don't need to stand there. These guys are going to start fighting woodcutters. You don't want to fight woodcutters. Oh no, they're just out of range. They're going, hey, woodcutters, wait, is that even... Nope, those are Matties. Never mind. So I say, like, hey, woodcutter, how's it going? I know you're the enemy, but I'll let you pass today. But no, they're actually friends. These are the nobles, and they're like, get to work. They've got their whips out, making sure these guys are doing their work. And right now they're like, excuse me, there's trees right here. Why are you going all the way up there when you can go here, right here? Come on. I mean, they're going for almost the furthest away tree they could possibly go for. More knights coming out. As if this wasn't enough. I mean, actually, it's going to be easier. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4 is 36, but you minus the 6 there. So he's got 30 knights. 30 knights. And Overlord Matty has 23 units total. The grand total. I do fear these fire throws will probably help, as long as Lord Wind does not send any range units. He's sending a lot of engineers forward. Kind of curious, is he going to go with rams? I want to see rams, considering we actually changed it. So we really want that, but I think we'll probably see catapults, trebuchets hitting this one. Maybe a couple ballista. Probably would work well. I mean, if you got fire in here, he'll be so dead. So dead. A little bit of fire. Burn this guy here up. So dead. But I think the best thing to do right now is just come up here with this catapult and just destroy this. That would be a huge amount of damage. Although we do have shields coming out now for Matty. Which when you're behind, you find an advantage. Shields is definitely an advantage you can take. Yeah, we've just got the shields starting to be built up here. These look like the trebuchets. Yep. Are they in range? Matty, you need to man your ballista. If you're going to get a ballista, make sure you're manning it. Don't leave a ballista there unmanned. That's dumb. And you got shields trying to protect them from the ballista. That's smart. Nah, it's only 3. The rest are shields. And I do like that he's put the shields in front of them, so that if this ballista was running, it wouldn't be able to completely wreck him. And we do have a fire ballista. And now we've got knights coming out. I mean, he's going to have to abandon it. Fair enough. Oh, he's got assassin-proof walls on this side. Not on this side, but he is on this side. And here come the knights. Is he paying attention? Get your own knights out there. Perfect. Incoming knights. Wait, do those knights just change speed? One shield down. I mean, they're going to try come up and see if they can do damage. No, they're not. They're just going to try get the engineers. Oh, if you look, split you. Well played, Matty, to split his attention with having 2 patches. That is a good idea. And then he's going to come back in with the other with the other group. I mean, you've got a troop disadvantage, but if you can keep his knights occupied on one side while you do damage on the other. You've just got 1 treb left to go, and it's weak, and it's weak. And he's not going to be able to get it. That treb's going to survive. Wait, I feel like that treb should be able to range this cathedral. These guys stockpile so much gold. I mean, do you it's rebalance. Everyone does for stock gold. But still, 3k when you're being pushed back into your keep. I mean, the fact that this isn't really been raided is huge. You guys can't actually see this, but he has raided up here. Hey, how's it going? Well, no, check the description of the thing. We've got a custom balance going on at the moment, so have a look at that and see if you are still interested in playing. Just want to make sure that, you know, fair warning, because some people don't want to play with the rebalance. And it kind of sucks to get in and then realize, oh, hang on, everything's completely different. I would be manually targeting this, Matty. There he goes. Bye-bye, Trebuchet. And hello, engineers. These are catapults. Or are they ballistic? Please tell me they're not traps. They're ballistic. Okay, cool. Might want to back those off a bit. Plenty more knights coming out. He's still at one shield. And he hasn't even put him out the front there. Might want to back those guys off a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Now he's seen it. He's seen it. He's backing off. I mean, I think this is going to get really awkward now. And it's going to get even slower than it has been. Because just this one tower with the baluster in it, I don't think Lord Wynn has any idea how to respond to it. I mean, this is a map that kind of encourages camping. But at this stage, what Lord Wynn, if you ever come back to rewatch this, what you should be doing right now, get here and destroy all of these eco over here. Prevent him from getting any resource from here. That means you've got a little bit... Put them a little bit behind on the eco side. Probably get your own cathedral and get a bunch of monks out. Monks will deal with these knights real nice. I mean, you've done pretty well in claiming the map. Alright, catch you later, Carlos. Thanks for hanging out. At this stage, you definitely need to figure out a way to deal with this. Either just by running in with your knights, and you have to deal with these guys as well, and that's the big problem. You might want to stop these guys. Unfortunately, they're on the low ground, but you want them to be able to be shooting these guys as much as possible for as long as possible. You need to make a decision. Are they going to go for the wall, or are they going to go for the knights? Can't keep changing your mind. But he's going to come for the fight. You don't really have much there. I mean, this is where a cathedral with some monks would be perfect. Just to prevent these guys from actually coming into your base. But I think, the health-wise, I think that this is actually in Maddie's favour here. But if you're stacking, it works well in your favour. And he's not. He's trying to run away. You've got the stacking going, which is actually good for you. See, Maddie's trying to do some raiding here. But he's just not doing nearly enough damage for the losses he takes. I'm just surprised that we've got so many knights in this game on both sides. Looks like Maddie's going to win this out. I mean, the KD's pretty close in the weighted category. But these guys, yeah, this is exactly what you should be doing. Get in there, wreck a whole lot of things. But what's happening at his base in the meantime? Oh, he's trying to burn it. Please tell me he's going to burn it. Burn it. Nah, he deletes it. He deletes it. Perfect. That was the right move. Delete the building. I would have put a wall in front of it, but, you know. And these guys are going to drop before they actually get anything else damaged enough to burn it. That was the exact... I mean, that was the right thing for thing to be doing, to try do. But, unfortunately, Matty had the right response to that. These guys... The aggressive stance trying to hit buildings is so bad. You have to manually split them into separate groups. It's really awkward. Oh, squid! And they also always go for workers before they go for buildings, which I think is wrong. They shouldn't. They should go for buildings first. These guys have now done the most damage in the game. This is where this resource is actually starting to come in handy for Matty. Matty should probably claim those other two, but I don't think he's even realised that he's lost them. And now those goes down. But Matty still has another 4,000 gold in the bank. So he can replace all of those almost immediately. Yeah, I mean, actually, it's, Lord Wynn has the KD, and he actually has the troop account at the moment, but he's using his troops a lot better at the moment, I think. I mean, let us just zoom out, make sure nothing's happening. Nope, let's have a look at the stats over here. Let's have Eco. I mean, almost identical gold earned throughout the game. I mean, that's saying something, considering... In almost every category, Lord Wynn has more, stuff that he's got. And it must be only the taxing. The taxing is the main thing that's putting him behind. He doesn't have any bear coverage. At all. And so he can't tax. And that's why he's, well, not falling behind, but why Matty's starting to catch up. He also needs to rebuild this quarry, which has been missing for a long time. I mean, for gold value, which, I mean, isn't... Well, I mean, for Lord Wynn, clearly is the problem. Knights are really bad. Especially in this situation. I mean, getting out, destroying some buildings, they're great. But you should really be using your gold on monks or macemen, probably. Instead of going for the knights there. Because the amount of knights these games is so expensive. I think each one of these knights is the equivalent of 150 gold for either player. You could get, where if you go maceman, one maceman to one knight, I'm pretty sure is about this, the mason wins, or it's pretty close either way. He got 3 buildings, that was it. Oops. 300 monks, yeah. I will cleanse you. Yeah, it will be at least another 20 minutes. It's taking it out of me, to be honest. I may not even be streaming after this game, to be honest. There'll be still people playing, so if you want to jump into a game with them afterwards, you're welcome to message them and stuff. Let's check my thing. I've got something from NP. Ah, excellent. I've got the assassin fix for later. So for Thursday, I'll be able to see my assassins while I'm streaming, but hey. That makes things easier, but I mean, we're not really having any assassins at all in these games. He's got so much. He's now starting to stack up gold. It's just knights. I mean, the reality is with this castle, you can force them to fight you at when you attack. Force them to fight you. Get maybe 100 shields. He's gone for. He's getting Arabian archers, so horse archers. Wait, where the hell is his there goes his merc post. Well, so yeah, get like 100 shields to sit the crossbowmen behind. All of a sudden, this tower is completely useless. So get 100 shields, get 5 catapults, and get, like 100, 200 monks. Like, you don't even need that many. Attack with that, and he's dead. His crossbowmen are rendered useless against your shields. Knights will be rendered useless against your monks. And his walls will be rendered useless by your catapults. I think he's got... How many... Why are these horse archers getting stuck here? That's the big question for me. There's only 5 of them. Okay, that's right. Oh, good use of some slaves over there. Like, it's crazy that I'm seeing all these units here for Matty. And yet, according to this, we've got a lot more troops in Lord Wind's base. And I'm not seeing them. Oh, we've got crossbows up here, crossbows up here. Yeah, I guess combined they might catch up. He's claiming Artstone all the way out here. That's really funny. I really want to change the speed up. Full rally. Oh, true. That could be full of assassins there. That's why they were stuck there. That would make sense. Like, I'm not even going to complain if they use the rally point. If they do something, I'm happy. I don't think that this is the weirdest part about multiplayer. Like, what with the rebalance, right? Okay, we've got some assassins here. Doing work. They were heading over here to try raid this, I think. Yeah, the weird part about rebalance is that people are always going, oh, I really want to see castles. You know, I love single player, and I don't like how there's no castles and multiplayer and stuff. And then you get into it, and you've got just a simple wall with some troops on a tower, like this, or even just a gatehouse like this, and like, what do I do? How do I take this out? How do I attack a tower? I have no idea. It's really interesting to me, because I mean, I'm not bagging anyone, but it's just AIs are just so forgiving playing AIs. They're so bad. I mean, when you're attacking them, you've just got like 100 times their troops, so it's just easy. Whereas when you're playing against in multiplayer, they have, you know, roughly equal troops to you, and then when they get the tower, the advantage of being in a tower, well, now you got to have a problem with attacking. And people just have like no idea what to do. Yeah. Well, we have to wait for Maddie to get there too. But I mean, his troop count's almost caught up. Please tell me someone's going to go for shields at least. Please. I think Lord Win, he'd almost won. He'd got his troops right into the bottom there. And he goes, oh wow, that didn't work. What else do I do? I mean, just do the same thing again. At this point, with that many crossbows, you probably don't want to do the same thing again. But neither of them are making leather armor. They're both just going for their knights. They should be going for maces and well, I mean, they're going for crossbows. Wait, are they buying their... They're buying... Oh, wait, no, we've got some leather workers. But I think for the most part, they're buying leather armor. Here, replace this with a... with a... dairy farm. It's going to be so much more efficient for you, considering you're now buying leather armor instead of worrying about the sell cost. You're worrying about the buy cost. It's going to be so much more profitable. Already, it was significantly more profitable to get a dairy farm. I mean, to be fair, he's not keeping this one at peak. Maybe just get a whole lot more of these. That may be all you need. I mean, they generally stack so much gold. He could have got so many more leather workshops. But on this side, you don't have any at all. So yeah, just anywhere you go, just delete one thing so you can get some leather armor. Delete that. Maybe put it out the back here. And then fill that space with leather armor workshops. That's where oh yeah, buying the leather armor. And now we're getting the more expensive horse archers. Hey, who are they shooting? You need more ox tethers here. More ox tethers needed. Hey, you're good there. More ox tethers needed. Wait. That's not Ultraroos's. That there is Matty's. That's not Ultraroos and Matty. That's not Matty's. That's Lord Win's. That quarry there belongs to this guy, not this guy. And he doesn't. He still doesn't have this stuff. Oh yeah, no! Don't just charge in against crossbows. That's not a good idea. I mean, you need to figure out something, but that's maybe a dairy farm and throwing some diseased cows at them, or shields. I mean, the shields is what you need, right? Portable shields. Oh, the trees are slowly marching towards him. He doesn't have any woodcutters at all at the moment. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have a couple. They're asleep. And few in here, they're asleep. And all these ones are asleep too. They've both slept the woodcutters. I mean, Lord Win is actually... Well, I don't even know what he's doing at the moment. He hasn't recruited a single extra one of these guys. Knight. At least the only thing he could have been recruiting is assassins that I can't see. So he's got no extra... Oh, these guys for like 20 minutes. No extra... engineers, no extra castle being built, not really any extra weapons eco. I mean, on Matty's side, yeah, he's recruiting a ton of troops. I mean, a part of what this unit count for Lord Win is quite possibly ghost engineers. So he's 415 units, but he's got almost the same value as this. It has to be engineers. It has to be ghost engineers. Alright, here comes Maddie. Now Maddie's probably the biggest supporter of forcing us trying to get castles being built in multiplayer. So let's see how he handles attacking a castle in multiplayer. I mean, to be fair, he's got such a huge advantage, I think, in the troops. So I don't agree with these numbers. I don't think Lord 1 has anywhere near that many usable troops. Wait, he's got swordsmen surrounding the Lord. But by the time that the enemy's there and able to get through the walls, by the time they're there, the swordsmen aren't going to be any use. Because by the time they get there, able to get through the walls, all of this will be destroyed. There probably is, but this amount of troops will shred a full rally point of assassins. I mean, tower cleared. If Maggi is an assassin climbed that gatehouse, they can walk right up here. I mean, the Lord's gone away, but you can prevent any new troops being recruited. Ever. Just by sitting your these crossbows up on top of the keep here. Right, that's the last ditch defense. I mean, he's still got a lot of eco, and that's what the knights are going off to deal with. Please tell me he's got some. All his knights are dead as well. You can tell because they're all his stables are full. He's got 3,000 gold. It's just so funny that the person gets pushed back, and then you look at the gold they have in the bank. It's 3,000. Every time Maddie got pushed back, he had like a ton of gold in the bank. Alright, here comes some assassins. Oh, I think he tried to tell them to go up there, but they're going, oh, okay, let's take that, Oh, wait, no, a locked gatehouse, you can't get assassins up. And so look at them get slaughtered. Look at that. I mean, with that many of these guys, the assassins are never going to work there. A locked gatehouse, you can't actually tell assassins to climb. I forgot about that. If you had played Lotus's Christmas calendar he put out a couple of years ago, that will show you that. You'll learn that very quickly. Well, on one particular map. I forget what door it was, but it was annoying. Because it was the only place you could actually climb the thing. Wait, what? Oh, the assassins! Wasn't paying attention. GG. Well, the game went. Alright, let's have a look at the stats, because it's fun. Now, military. KD. Looks pretty similar. You know, actually almost identical. For a long time it was well and truly into Lord 1's favour. But no, it was pretty even. Buildings destroyed, pretty even. Pretty even right the way through, to be honest. then in the eco side of things, I think Lord Win would have got quite a bit of gold from the win. So I think we'll call that even gold, despite being much higher and everything else, which means that Matty's taxation did so much. The taxation is the only reason Matty was in that game for as long as he was. It's ridiculous how much these are. Alright, anyway, that is actually going to be it for me today. It is after 1 AM for me, so I'm going to head to bed. Thanks guys for hanging out. We will continue playing with the testing for quite a bit at the moment, I think. I really want to get the rebalance done. I'm about ready to get all my addresses and stuff sent off to the developers at the UCP so that we can get that sorted, but you know, who knows when they're going to get time. But hopefully that will be there, and I want my balance to be ready the moment they have it ready. So I'll probably be doing that quite a bit at the moment for the next wee while. Definitely don't forget to check out the YouTube videos. Same place where I'm streaming. Check out the channel. I've got instructional videos. I've got a bunch of other games. I'll start getting some balanced games out there as well in the near future. Check out the Discord if you still want to play. You're free to keep playing. Looks like I'm pretty sure Overlord Matthew and King of the Hill still want to play. You can talk to them in my Discord, see if they're still keen for games, and go that way. But yes, I shall be streaming again on Thursday, about the same time as I started today, which was about 3.5 hours ago. About that. So if you want to come in then. Thursdays I kind of mix it up. It depends on who's available, because being a weekday we don't always have multiplayer players in and ready to play, so sometimes I'll do random scenarios or the Crusader Trail or whatever else. But yeah, come along if you're wanting to play multiplayer, and we've got other multiplayer players. We will get into some. Otherwise, we'll just hang out and have fun. I shall catch you guys all on Thursday.